Now let's move towards one of the most important part of any metabolic pathway, that is how much energy is produced. So in TCA we have been, saying it again and again, much more energy is produced as compared to glycolysis. But how much and how? Let us see. First of all, let's see what happens with the carbon atoms in this cycle. Two carbon atoms enter into the TCA cycle in the form of acetyl-CoA, and these two carbon atoms leave as carbon dioxide. The carbon atoms in the acetyl group of the acetyl-CoA is then totally oxidized. So we may say that all the carbon atoms of the acetyl-CoA are fully utilized in the formation of carbon dioxide in the TCA. The net production of different compounds, there is no real net production. There is no gain or loss of different what we say the intermediates of this cycle, the TCA cycle. For example, as far as oxaloacetate is concerned, of course it is being used, but there is no net gain. Once it is used, it is again available for reaction with the acetyl-CoA. So is the case with other intermediates, and that is why we say it is cycle. The things are used, regenerated, used, regenerated, used, regenerated, and cycle goes on continuously. So that, and as a result of this continuous using and regeneration, the cycle is always ready for the next step, for the next step, and for the next. Now let's move towards the electron transfer. You know why electron transfer is important here. 4 pairs of electrons are transferred during this cycle. 3 pairs are coming from the NADH2 when NAD is reduced to NADH, and 1 pair reduces FAD to FADH2. The electron carriers carry these electrons and then donate them to the different components of the electron transport chain, where they are utilized in the formation of ATP. Now let us see how much ATP is produced from TCA. Keep this thing in mind here, that NADH give rise to the formation of almost 1 NADH give rise to the formation of 3 molecules of ATP. 1 FADH2 formation give rise to the formation of 2 molecules of ATP. So in the TCA pathway, we get 1 ATP from substrate level phosphorylation, because there are 3 NADH2 which are produced, which means 3 into 3 is 9 ATP from the NADH2, and because 1 FADH2, this is 3 NADH2, because 1 FADH2 is produced, so 1 into 2 is equal to 2 FADH2. So 1 plus 9 plus 2 is equal to 12. So you get the 12 ATP molecules. But keep in mind, okay, we are here dealing not only with 1 molecule of acetyl-CoA which starts, we have 2 molecules of acetyl-CoA which starts the reaction, because you know from the glycolysis eventually you get 2 acetyl-CoAs which enter into the tricarboxylic cycle. So as a result of this, we multiply these 12 molecules of ATPs by 2 and you get the 24 ATPs. तो 24 मॉलिक्यूल ATP के आपको मिलते हैं ट्राइकार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड साइकिल से. आप ये देख लें कहाँ 24 और कहाँ 2 मॉलिक्यूल which you get from the glycolysis. It shows that how how many fold? I mean, there is no comparison actually. If we say in real terms, tricarboxylic is way too much potent. But also, not only TCA, we also think about different portions, different parts of glycolytic pathway also. That from glycolysis, you get 1 ATP at substrate level phosphorylation. You get 1 NADH2, which correspond to 3 ATP molecules. There is no FADH2. So eventually, you will end up with 8 molecules of ATP from glycolysis. And then also pyruvate, when it's converted into acetyl CoA, then again you get huge amount of energy. That's again you get almost 6 molecule of ATP. So in total, from the one glucose molecule, when it is oxidized and giving rise to, oxidize and give rise to carbon dioxide and ATP, the total ATP from glycolysis plus the formation of acetyl CoA from the pyruvate plus the whole TCA cycle, you get 38 molecules of ATP, which is gigantically high as compared to 2 molecules of ATP which you can get from simple anaerobic glycolysis, and then show you the importance of importance of TCA as far as energy production is concerned.